Hello YouTube. First plain explain for me 100 NL. I know tons of people are stuck in there. The goal is to get some tables. Here we go. 100 NL. We're going to speak a lot about the mistakes, the common mistakes, the mistakes that we're going to see on the regs and the macro to the table select, how you get in the tables, if you stay on the tables, all that stuff that grinders should know in 100 NL. I'm going to try to keep it the most clean possible on the table. 4 tables looks great like this. And here we go. We have, so I don't know anyone on those limits, but yeah, the first thing you want to do, this is more of an advice for the people that play in lower limits. You want to put colors in everyone. For me, yellow it's reg, green it's recreational. If we see a light blue, it's gonna be a whale. I have some other colors for different kind of regs, but here we don't know anyone. So here we're going to open. It's close open, but we have a recreational small blind, and we want to play a bit looser because we expect people to not be as good post flop. Here we check and just give up. Here I put him on reg because he just auto top up, so he probably has some flats, which I don't recommend. It's going to be my first advice. The rec is very high. You just want to play 3-bet or fold. Just if there is a recreational on the big blind, I can accept some flats on the button, otherwise no. Open. Jack 9-9. I'm going to see bet 1/3. Turn is a 10. That's already interesting. So when we see bet 1/3, he has to call some 9s. I expect in 100 NL to raise all the 9s. They're not going to protect their calling range. So we're going to 2/3 to make fold pocket pairs, and the river brings the flush. It's not the best. I think I'm going to bet. He has 10-8, queen 10, possibly some jacks. Not easy to defend those jacks. Going to 3-barrel, and he calls straights. It's fair enough. That's not what we targeted. 7-4 suited. We're going to open. We want to see some action. Okay, here we have a limper. A Renchi bet 1/3 at those stakes is perfectly fine. You won't get any problem with this. Interesting. We're going to overbet here. I don't know if it's a reg or if it's a fish. Have ton of draw in our range, in our passive range. And here we're gonna bet 2/3. Sometimes he has some 4s. Here open a bit looser with small line. I think we can go pot. Have tons of draw, misdraw. He can call us very well. Ace-9 off, we're not going to call. Even if it gets a small size, it's a very bad hand against his range. Second barrel from a fish. Usually they don't second barrel enough in bluff, so we're just going to keep it tight. We want to open the range if it's a recreational in heads up. Even 7 deuce off, I would have opened. And here he's in troubles. He calls us because we have tons of draw perceived. Jack 7. That's good for us. Here Usually I I would say c-betting range in almost all the boards are very good. Here it's an exception. Multi-way, flop ace-high, you have the mid pair. You want him, he has tons of hands that shouldn't have. So that has almost zero equity against you. 7-8, 9-8, Queen-8, some hands like that, Queen-9. So you want him to bet on the turn, and if you see bet, you're just going to isolate you on the aces. We call here. It's a quick call, and we're going to value river. When there is a bet here, I don't expect him to bluff, honestly. He could have Queen Jack. Half pot sounds like tons of value. Here it's an important thing in NL100. There is tons of sizing tails all the time. I think if he wanted to bluff, he would bet bigger. I'm just gonna fold. Expect him to have a low ace. That's what he has. Here, on a 3-bet, it's probably recreational, but 2.5. Nice. So we're gonna play like it's a recreational. So here we block everything. We want to check. Probably the recreationals, they bet too much against check, so we want that. Now he bets very small. Once he bets very small, it's lots of pockets. Some are obviously. We could check raise to make him call a pocket, but the thing is he's going to fold to overs, right? Or so here actually we're gonna call and donk the turn, which is slightly better because we're going to take some value from pockets either way. Here it's a good 3-bet. Plus we let him hate some cards on the turn. Let's say if he has Queen-9, if he hits an 8, he has a gut shot, some things like that. So it's slightly better with this specific hand. And he had nothing, but we gave him a chance to hit something on the turn because we were very invulnerable. A6 deuce, c-bet range is gonna be okay. It's not the best strategy on this flop, but again, 100 NL, it's totally fine. We get massive check raise. That's interesting. We're gonna fold. Gonna try to get some tables here. I don't know if there is no one with color. So yeah, I know tons of people are stuck on those limits. Why? It's a very difficult limit. I've been there too. I've been stuck in there. It's a difficult limit. Why? Because it's the first limit where you can see some professionals, semi-professionals, some guys that play the 200 NL and come back to the 100 NL. So yeah, and that's usually when people starts to do the wrong things. People think, oh, now the regs they're good. I have to focus on the regs. No, guys, there is plenty of fish at those limits, and this is where you need to bring your level against the recreationals in another level. You were okay. You were value betting well the fish, I would say, stuff, but there in 100 NL, if you get way better than the other regs at playing the recreationals, it's where your win rate skyrocket, and you just has to be solid against. We're going to 3-bet. We're gonna play like it's a fish for a moment. It's a good hand to 3-bet against a fish. He 4-bets, instantly fold. So yeah, if you bring your level in against recreational in another level, you'll make just so much so much more win rate than the other regs. And then when you'll reach 500 NL, let's say 200 NL, at this moment starting more against the regs can be okay, but for the moment just be solid with the videos. If you're 100 NL, you're probably solid against the regs. Here Jack 7-5. I'm gonna go for check shove here. He bets big. I'm gonna check shove. We have good equity against the jack. He has tons of 8-9, 9-10 that we deny, plus he can call, and he can call some flush draw. So yeah, we go check shove. He has a flush draw. We're fine with it. We check shove because they bet too much and we're crowd vulnerable. Before I was check calling down, but the thing is, I don't know the guy. He probably can just bet the flop, check the turn, and he realized all his equity. Ace-6-6. I'm gonna see bet quite small here. 25% is fine. Turn in 10. Here we're going to give up. Queen 6. I'm gonna check or top pair and value the river. We need some tables with recreational would be great. Here he bets half pot, which is gonna fold. And here he bets big. Oh, we have a limp here. I'm gonna call, but doesn't look great, honestly, in 100 NL. Yeah, it's probably. I'm gonna explore as well because he didn't play 100 NL for a long time. But I think if I play a bit more in 100 NL, I would recognize that this is way underbluffed. But it's gonna be interesting because I'm gonna play more. I'm gonna make more videos in 100 NL. So by the time I'll be able to see more how you play guys in 100 NL and adapt more. I have already some adapts that I assume that are good because I know what's difficult to do in poker. So, and this to bluff the right amount on this spot was difficult to do. So I would clearly fold, but that's interesting to see some showdowns too, for people to see as well. 7-9 suited, 3-bet, fold, king check, fold. So typically those are not good tables. I think we don't have any recreational, I would say. So we want to find some other tables. I'm gonna. Oh, no, this is not. He checked back. I expect in 100L for the people to bet all their errors in flop ace high. So I'm gonna just check and check raise big, because I expect them to check some aces, some kings, queens, jacks, some low aces, and once they bet on the turn against a big check raise and shove the river, they're gonna fold all the time. And here same way, I think he checked showdown, probably a 9, so we don't have value. Let's see what he checked back. Queen 4. Okay, that's big mistake. Too passive. That's what you don't want to do, honestly. I'm gonna note it. So this is important, the notes too. Here, so just seeing one showdown can give you tons of information about his game. So here it's a clearly c-bet range, quite easy. It's actually not that easy, but in one channel, most of the people are going to c-bet range those boards, and he's not doing it, and he checks the turn, checks the river when I'm fully capped. He has a boulevard, we say in France, to bluff, and he doesn't bluff. So I can say that he's very passive, at least on the small spots. So this I'm going to deviate a lot against his c-bet, against his check back range. I'm going to be very aggressive, against his c-bet a little bit less. Here, good spot. He's fully capped when he checks back, probably an ace or jack. Against bet big and shove the river, he's going to fold a lot. And especially having a 4, we block the only hands that he's going to call turn and river that hits a 4, let's say 2 pairs or set. Here I see Tau, I think there is no recreational, we're going to leave. Here we're going to 3-bet. Okay, we got a cold call from here, something I don't want you to do ever. Here I recommend to be very careful with the c-bet, but we have a great hand to c-bet. Back the flush draw, back the straight draw. We don't have much fold equity. Sometimes we have. I don't know what he's calling. But the thing is, we realize all our equity. That's exactly what we don't want to do. Here, big check raise. I'm gonna be careful and fold. He used a big size. I expect him to not check raise a lot for the moment. Here, I'm gonna second barrel. King, queen off. We're on the button, I think. I'm gonna call. Here, second barrel to make fold 9 stands. He calls. And here it's difficult to shove. I think I'm just going to give up. And let's see what he has. He tanked. I have a 10, I block 10s. I don't have info on what he's calling, but I think he has tons of the times 9s, jacks, but I have 10s. I have a very bad hand to bluff, but ace king. I see. That's obviously very bad. Here he c-bet and he checked the turn. He can have a jack, but on the flush he can check quite strong. I wouldn't be surprised if he check ace queen, so we have to be careful. I think checking is fine. And once he checks again, he clearly has a jack. He can have sometimes ace queen that he's scared. I'm going to bet 1/3 to annoy him, make him call ace jack sometimes. Get check raise. This time we're gonna call. Bet half pot. Fold is fine. Interesting to note the bet, and here interesting because he checked the turn, checked the river again. I don't expect him to think I'm going to bet the river a lot, unless I have a 9 and he checked the flush, but I have the queen. He kinda has ace king a lot of the time with the ace of heart, and if he bluffs all of those, he's going to massive overbluff, so I'm gonna call here. Jack 10. Interesting. Check back again. We see tons of check backs. That's very interesting. I don't like this at all. Here we're gonna go for a big raise. I expect him to see bet ace 6, ace deuce on the flop. So what does he have to defend himself? Ace queen, ace jack, ace 10, but that's very difficult to call a big raise on the turn, a call, a shove. Let's see if he's able to make it. He called, and here we have a very easy shove. I don't expect him to have any flush. He has just ace queen, ace jack, ace 10. Let's see if he's able to call those. Snap fold. The problem comes from checking back the flop, because you clearly capped your range, and I don't expect 100 NL players to have a checking back, a good checking back, you understand? So if you want to build a checking back, it has to be studied and well protected. That's why I recommend to just c-bet a lot. Just c-bet a lot, because if you start to make a strategy with a c-betting range, a checking back range, it has to be well studied, because otherwise you open yourself to some things like that, and you don't want to. Even if honestly few people are going to make it, but if you just think logically about the game, you're gonna find those big bluff. Oh, we have a recreational. Yeah, I'm trying to find good tables, because what we want to see more is good plays against recreationals, tips against recreational. Even if I think this one is one. This one call ace king. So this thing I don't want to see on my viewers. Why I don't want to see? Because calling means you're gonna play post flop all the time, right? There is a high rake in 100 NL, the highest rake possible. So just call for betting and take the pot is huge. So with your range, you just don't want to build call. Here we check raise. Could have gone bigger, honestly. Foldish. Aces. Yeah, I wanted to speak a lot about the game against recreational, and we just got spots against regs, but I mean, it's interesting. The call with king queen is probably interesting. Here we want to 3-bet. If you don't 3-betting here, just change it now. It's nuts against recreationals. They're gonna call tons of hands dominated. So, yep. I hope the camera is good. Call for betting. Nice. Here, gonna 3-bet. So this is part of what I'm saying against recreationals. You want to increase the hands you play against, and you want to be better at playing against recreationals. And that's part. He's opening 2x, so probably not strong. Probably his weak side. Jack 9 off is you always have equity on the flops. You're gonna hit tons of boards, tons of good toppers. Here I checked, let him bluff. He checked back quickly. I don't see him having a king there. Probably a pocket. So we're going to target a pocket here. I think we can go quite big. I don't know the recreational, but anyways, all the pockets with a a club are going to call. He's going to eat some eights. Sometimes he has some ace queen, ace 10 that are going to call. Okay, he folds. That's it. Also, that's a very good spot to bluff here. Once he check back, if I have any two, I'm gonna bet the turn and bet the river. So those kind of things you want to make. Gonna put this table here. So we have good table here. Here bad table. Gonna leave it and try to find another one. Let's see, and you want to see all the showdowns. You want to play fewer tables and you want to understand who you're playing against. So this guy just limped 8-3 suited on the cutoff. Here, nope. 8-3 off. Sorry. So this guy is gonna be interesting because you want to adapt to this. So I folded. See, here I folded queen 5 off, right? Now I'm not going to fold queen 5 off, I can tell you. And this thing, if you don't see that, you lose tons of EV if you're playing 10 tables. Next time I'm going to isolate, and he's probably going to call. The guys like this, they don't play 8-3 off to limp fold. So we have what we wanted. Goodwill. Gonna put him the good. We struggle a bit to have tables. It's during the day. It's probably why. Gonna put this one here. Let's see the hands. Okay, he won. Nice. So here is where I'm okay to see some flats, because now we have a big wheel here. Here we don't care about. I'm just gonna bet pot here. Overbet. I'm just gonna bet overbet. I want to destack him a lot all the time. If he has an ace, it's not easy to destack him to win his stack. If I bet small or if I check and he checks back, I'm not going to take everything against an ace. He has some ace 2 soft. Oh, interesting that he calls. We're almost never beaten here. Only ace 9, but that's one combo. Ace 9 of hearts. Nines, I think he's going to 3-bet and we block him. Everything. But we're gonna get value from an ace here, or ace X of spade. I think here he has always a flush draw, probably ace X of spade. I don't think he has king queen ever. He's gonna fold on the flop. I don't think he has jack 10 ever. Some ace queen off, I think he 3-bets, so I'm gonna bet pot. Make him call ace 3 of spades, ace 5 of spades, ace 6 of spades, ace 7 of spades. Sometimes he's going to reshove. He called. He has all the time ace 6 of spades for me. He has ace 8 of spade that beats us. Here if I shove, I think he folds, honestly, so I'm going to bet small. Because I wrap so much strength. And I'm gonna call if he shoves, because he has queen jack of spade, queen 10 of spade that can bluff. And sometimes if he has ace deuce of spade, he can feel that he never beats us and he shoves. And he calls ace 3 of spades, my guess, ace 7 of spades. Here again we have a play against the reg, but here I'm gonna call everything against a size like this against a recreational. We just have too much ways to get some EV. Just when we hit, we'll get tons of EV. Plus, when he's checking, we're gonna bluff him a lot. We missed totally the flop. He bets half pot, we fold. So here, interesting. The hand is very interesting. Here, wait. We're gonna focus on this hand. And we have another table, that's fine. I mean, that's good. Here we squeeze bigger. Okay, we have two recreationals, but we have a good hand playing heads up, not multi-way. We didn't manage to isolate. And half pot, we're gonna fold. So yeah, the king 9 was interesting because we have to realize our main target. Our main target is here. If he has an ace, we want to take everything. He's a whale, we saw it already. What's the way to do it? Okay, interesting. He doubles up. That's great. So that our way to make it, here we're gonna 3-bet. We're gonna squeeze here. We have a whale here. We want to play against him too much, and this guy is not going to realize I'm going to squeeze too much. He's going to fold the same amount, and king 9 off is nuts against him. Here we're gonna see bet big. Here already he's going to call king I, ace I. Queen 10 suited. I'm not going to 3-bet here because if he 4-bets us, it's very annoying, and he goes three big blinds, so probably he's good size. Here gonna bet big, here fold, and here king 9 off. It's interesting. I think I'm just going to check folds. And 8s, I'm gonna fold. Min raise like this, it's scary. King 9, we win a lot, honestly, and sometimes they check back ace I. That's the kind of topper they like to check. He bets half pots. We saw him betting donk shoving topper, so we're going to call our king I here. He has tons of hands. And we're gonna call a river. He bets very big, so he represents a 4 or nothing. He has tons of nothings. Queen 9, Queen Jack, Queen 8. He's gonna call tons of hands, so we're gonna call here. We need to be good less than 33% of the time. And we're good. Again, the squeeze very important. You see what kind of hands he's going to call. I mean, this time 9-8 suited is not that bad, but he's going to call way worse. Probably 9-8 off he's going to call. Here, just c-betting is fine. Yeah, I'm taking tons of time. Sorry, bro. It's not easy to speak and play. Here, second time, and we're a bit more okay to 3-bet fold here. And he 4-bets again. We have to check. Here, he calls a flop donk the turn. I don't get it. Well, we're gonna fold. If he had folded, probably we have bluffed. Here, gonna check. The SPR is quite small. We'll be fine to take everything to pretty anything, so we want him to hit some things. He checks quite fast. I don't think he has any pair, honestly, when he checks like this. I'm gonna check again. and let him bluff. 7. I think he has all the time ace high. Gonna bet 9. I think I can bet a bit bigger to make him call ace jack, ace 10. 9's okay. We misvalue there. So yeah, this hand, I thought he would have bet those way more. So here, interesting hand. It's kind of difficult for me to remember all the actions when I'm speaking like this, but it will be fine. Okay, we're gonna focus on this one. Here again, we want to take maximum value. If he has a queen, he's not going to fold on the turn. If he has ace 3, ace 2, ace 6, ace 7, so actually I'm gonna go 3 times. 5-3, 5 deuce, purple's gut shot, flush draw, purple's flush draw. Okay, here queen, queen, jack, we see bet, he calls. I'm really sorry to take my time, bro, but usually you don't want to annoy him the recreational, you want to play quite fast. Queen 6 off. No, I'm not going to call. King queen off. I'm not going to. Call here. 3 bet. No, I'm not. Here just see bet. Make it easy. And on the queen, we're not gonna bluff. He's not going to fold an ace. Jack. We lose quite often here, but sometimes we win against 6, 5s, 4. 8's just a bit higher. So here, let's see the replayer here. So here I said if he had folded, I would probably have bluffed. Why? Because I expect him to check raise the queen, and he donks. Doesn't make any sense. Just makes sense with a jack or something quite mid. He 3-bets again. But this guy can have a jack that he's never going to fold, so we just cannot bluff here. And he had a jack. Queen 9 off, we can 3-bet, we can call. We're gonna call it. 3 deuce off, we're not going to bluff. Here check on the flop. Again, I don't understand. He can bet a lot. He has all the ace king, so probably some showdown or some airs. We saw that they do something like that. I'm gonna bet big because jack he's going to call, 10 he's going to call, so he had air. That's something I didn't think they had this problem in 100. I thought it was quite okay for them to see bet a lot and to identify which flops you want to see bet, but well, I see that's one mistake of the field, which is interesting. And yeah, I can. Oh yeah, we could see that the hand was when he had 9, we misvalue. Here he's quite aggressive for the moment. Against a guy that is a bit more passive, I could float. So yeah, here I 3-bet, I check, and he checked back instantly. Here it's very interesting to have your thinking process all the way. I'm not going to idle it because he's short and he's 3-betting a lot. Here I'm going to c-bet. So it's very important to be clear with your thinking process, because otherwise you just see showdown like this. Because here I expect him, if he has 9s, 8s, to bet a lot here, and he didn't, which is not normal for a recreational. But again, poker is never 100%. So when here you miss value like this, You have to be very clear with your thinking process. Otherwise, you see the show and say, "Oh, I played terrible." No, that's not true. Against the recreational pool, you were okay doing that, and you had your reasons. Now, the important is not to blame you, but to adapt against this guy. Here, 5, it's a bad card for us. We check fold. Nothing to do. We're not going to invent poker. Reinvent it. We have 3 tables. We're fine. This guy is interesting. It's a recreational, but he's playing tons of hands, 3-betting. I didn't pay much attention to this table, honestly. Our focus is here. And again, if you have a table like this on your session, make sure most of your energy goes there, because here 200 big blinds deep with a guy that he's playing 100 VPIP, all the hands. You want to be in have all the information, all the hands. You want to be annoying, for real. That's the word. Like other players, other regs at your table has to think, oh my god, he's annoying. What happened here? We're gonna check. 3-bet, cold call, lead 1/3 and fold. Okay. Here, gonna isolate. Lead turn 1/3 folds. So we might be able to bluff him on those lines, but again, we have to be careful because it's a crazy guy. I would like to have another table. Even if those 3 tables are very good. If you master a game against recreational, it won't be difficult to get a win rate of 10 big blind in HIGHSTAKES, honestly. Why people don't have those win rates? Because if you get to 7, 8s, you quickly move up stakes. That's why. But that's a difficult limit because there is a gap with the 50. Here we're gonna 3-bet. Here, oh no, bad news from a friend. What happened? Mini 3-bet, call the 4-bet, huge 4-bet. I like it for queen 10 off. Bruh. He 4-bets again. But Jack 9 suited is not a good hand. We don't know. He's probably going to be very aggressive. Here he dunks bet. Ace-high, we're very vulnerable. We're not going to call. And we saw him dunk betting top pairs. So here you have to note it. Okay, again. Now we go. Here we're gonna bet very small to make him check raise, to make him call some queen 10 suited, and to make him check raise. He's being aggressive. He can think. We got a bit out of line there. He quickly called. He didn't even think about check raising. I think he has very weak hand, honestly. Kind of want to check back, honestly. He has tons of hand that has nothing here. Ace queen, queen 10, king jack. I'm gonna check, because I think on those kind of rivers he's going to bluff all the time when he has jack 10, queen 10, and I'm gonna call. Nice. Very nice again. This is just reading the ranges. Again, here you'll think kings, I 4-bet, I'm scared of a 6, a 8, a 4. No, guys, calm down. Which 8s does he have? Which 4? Which 6? Almost none. Does he have tons of queen jack, jack 10, king queen, ace jack, ace 10, ace queen. Yeah, a lot. Are we vulnerable against those hands? No, we're just scared of an ace, and that's all. So, and this comes from the c-bet on the flop, also very small. So we check, and we know that he's going to bluff a lot on cards like 4, 6, and 8, but even at 10, he's gonna bluff a lot. Here we want to squeeze. So we check, river 6, we have a snap call based on what we said. And here we're gonna 3-bet, go broke. With king queen off. He showed us he 4-bets a lot, and he's probably tilted. He can go whatever with a queen, any queen. Ace king this time, and we get lucky. Which is not really good for me, honestly, to get lucky there. I want to keep the tables open, and I prefer to be lucky tonight into KNL. Oh no! He didn't like this. I wouldn't recommend here. I'm gonna bet. I wouldn't recommend especially call the king queen off here, because you have to be sure, and even me, I'm not sure. It's quite close because he can shove any ace high, but I'm not sure he's going to shove them. But if he shoves some random hand because he's tilted, which I think so, it's great for us. Here we see bet, we 3-bet pre-flop, we see bet. Turn is a 10, I'm gonna check. We win against some hands, 5s, 3s, 6, 7, 6, 5. River is an 8, and he quickly checks. I'm not going to use a massive bluff, because I have tons of bluff perceived ace queen, ace king. Even if I think he's very capped here, I don't know the ability for them to call big size. I kind of want to just rip it in, honestly. Let's see. I think he has tons of weak hands here. But let's see a bit of showdowns. Yes, 7s. Jacks, just check back. Interesting. Ace 9. Let's do it again. Here over betting is losing a bit sense because we're not deep anymore. Just bet big is fine, and he has some queen jack. He can have queen jack off maybe. Here the 8, I'm gonna check. I expect him to bet too much of his jack. He has to check some jacks sometimes, and I just expect him to bet. And here I don't expect him to have a king, never. He check back, he's always showdown, 6 of 4. I'm gonna bet just 2 big blinds, make him call, and induce some raise sometimes. It's a 4, we knew it. Again, timing tell, we know that they don't protect their hands. Here we go, just all in. Not very interesting. Well, showdown is interesting. Again, queen jack 10. Okay, c-bet pot, I like it. I like it, but we know don't bet big. This guy open a bit bigger, is probably more aces. I'm gonna fold there. Here, interesting. It's it's a good size. But the thing is, we saw so many people to check those, so he probably struggled to see some bluffs. So here, if I have a jack or even queen 5, I fold. But flush draw is fine. I'm gonna call it. He saw us tanking a lot, so probably going to bet a lot on the turn. And here, that's the question. I think we'll have to call, no? Against 1/3. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this one. Wait. Yeah, probably because we play kings for 1/3. I mean 10%. Gonna fold. Oh, no way. Here I don't remember. He opened, check, 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 check. I think one big blind to value king high, and he snap raise. I think it's tons of the time a 9. This time it makes sense. Pablo Mamo, we'll let you have the table, bro. It's your grind. Oh, well, he left. For how long? 52 minutes. Maybe 1 hour to 2 videos of 30 minutes is fine. When this guy is out, I'm out. Limp pot, interesting. Check. We saw him quite passive here all the time. We're gonna bluff. We're gonna bet. Oh, and this change. Otherwise, I would have bet all the time 5 big blinds to make him fold any draw that beats us, any ace high. And now I want to be called by those hands, but I know he's checking back some showdown, so I think 3.5. Maybe 3 to include some ace high is fine. He can have some 8s too. I think 4 big blinds is fine. Hit the 9, okay? Oh! I think that's the end of the video, guys. So maybe only one video. Deuces never lose. We know that. We know. How did he lose? Let's see. If we reload, that would be. Oh, I'm putting the hand, but I'm not even giving it attention. Okay, nothing. Oh, wow. Very big whale. MG Lupino, tell me if the ends of the video or not. I hope it helped a bit. Some advices. Guys, put comments if you like this, because... Oh, he's back! He's saving the video! Yeah, but I was... Anyways, drop a comment, guys. It's not an excuse. Please, for MG Lupino. No, but because we're trying to do that with Maya, and to see if some people like it, if it's worth it. I need some comments, some likes, because you know in YouTube now poker is very difficult. They don't put it on the algorithm because it's plus 18. So yeah, if you like it, you have to push the video, otherwise YouTube is not going to do it for us. This is for sure. So MG is back. So I'm gonna find some other tables to have some fun. Here we have a good table, huh? 2 recreationals. Here it's dead. There is tons of tables, honestly, in afternoon like that. This was a recreational, I think, so we'll open a bit looser. I would love to be it like this for me, honestly. At any time you can grind. Let's see what's the lobby for 1k plus. 2 tables, that's not bad. Oh. MJ, please. No. Poor MG. Oh, I want to see again how he lost to make the notes. Okay. So interesting. He understands that the 6 was good for him, so he just go crazy. And also we know that he called way too much on the flop. But that's interesting to know that he has his skill. Recreational have skills. They understand some things. Some of them understand that pre-flop they don't have to play too much. Some understand that they have to be aggressive. This guy understands that the 6 gives him some trips, and that is scary. He probably doesn't think that in his range he has, I mean, for sure he doesn't think that, but he knows that it's scary, and so he puts pressure, but too much. Oh my god, the 10. We didn't ask for that much. He checked back, probably showdown. Here we just want to bet big and shove the river. He's going to call any pair, honestly. Oh, and if we stack him, oh no, we would have fold. We would have lived, because here we don't have any more tables. 6 deuce 4. I'm gonna see bet. You can check for sure, but wait, I think here is better. Oh, maybe some 3 max. Here gonna 3 bet and call. And we snap call. Wow, call for min click. Usually it's very scary, but this guy, I mean, he's playing 97% of the hands. I saw him in 3-betting some random stuff, so we just go. We just go 4s. No way! No way, MG! Bye bye, MG. And I think that's the end of the session. Even if he rebuys, I'm not going to play more. It's been an hour, and he left. So, me too, I'm leaving. That was interesting. I'm gonna play more, going to play other limits. Tell me in the comments which limits you would prefer. I went for 100 L because I think it's the hardest. I mean, it's the one where tons of people are stuck, and that's the one that can change your life. Or you stay stuck and win less, or you skyrocket, you go for 500 NL, 1k NL, and then you're a professional, living a good life. I mean, living a good life, probably earning good money. So yeah, if it can help some people, I'll be very happy. Guys, see you for another one, and yeah, just good luck at the tables, and I want to see some of the people that I played in the comments. And no, there is a recreational. No, I'm not going to play anymore. Bye bye, guys.